Welcome Minecraft fans, we're on Feed the Beast, and this is the Enderbowl, the Feed the Beast edition. So there's some cool things about Feed the Beast. First of all, I can tear down my path to the Enderman farm, so spawns, or the main island for the end's a couple hundred blocks that way, about 250, 300 blocks. But I don't need the path because we've got the linking books. So I got a linking book back home, and we got the Enderman farm. I had to show you this on peaceful mode. I haven't been on peaceful mode in a while on the server, on the world here. Actually, I haven't been in peaceful mode at all in the world. But it's pretty noisy around here if it's not on peaceful. So I figured I'd show this in peaceful mode. So we got a transposer back here, and it sucks up all the drops, and they go into pneumatic tubes, and I got some stuff that I was using for working on this thing, and I think we're going to take and put that somewhere else. Let's just stash it up here. You can see I've done some enchanting. I've done some work over here. So the ender pearls will either go into the barrel or they'll go into the ender chest. We mentioned the ender pearls can be changed, transformed with minium stones. We'll go over that in a little bit. Right now I wanted to show you a clip of me building one of the levels on this. The other cool thing about Feed the Beast is in my single player vanilla world I had to build an access ladder up here, and I pretty much had to do it all in one shot. But here on Feed the Beast we have jetpack, so no access ladder, and that actually means they spawn even faster. It's crazy. No access ladder, and I didn't have to build it all in one shot. So let's look at a clip of me building one of the levels. This is the Enderbowl, and the cool thing about the jetpack is you just kind of work on it a little bit at a time, and you don't have to take care of it all in one shot, because I just climb up here with the jetpack and keep it going. So this thing actually works out pretty cool. So I'm just throwing another level on here, and you can see I got a few levels down there, and they're not spawning because I'm pretty close. So throw some vines up, throw some pistons up, throw some tripwire hooks up. Pretty simple stuff. I have a tutorial for the Enderman farm, and I'm actually probably going to have to redo it. And I might redo it now that I have, because I have a farm in creative mode, I have a farm here on Feed the Beast, and I have a farm in vanilla, so I'll be able to do a presentation that doesn't take as long, because I think my original tutorial is like 45 minutes long. So we'll be able to do like a condensed version of it. But you basically just throw some blocks out. This width stays the same, but then this section here actually goes one block further out every time I build a level. And that gives it a bowl shape. So let me finish putting stuff up on this level, and then we'll take a look at it. So there's me building the Enderbowl, and we're here on the roof, and we're still in peaceful mode just so we can get a good view of this. So we got some stuff going on over here. We have rings here. The rings keep the Endermen in the little 2x2 area that I want them in, and it also keeps them from falling out, and the rings are a 2.5 block gap in between. That also keeps them from being able to walk out because it's not tall enough for them. They're too tall for it. And then as we get up here, we have a bunch of layers, and it starts off with a 2x2 layer here, and you can see I've got these pistons on the side on a timer. This thing spawns so crazy that the tripwire always jams up on these side pistons, and it becomes a real issue with the way that they spawn, because an Enderman will get stuck down here. This block that's moving back and forth will stay extended. That means an Enderman will be standing on there, and he'll trigger this tripwire, which leaves this block extended, and an Enderman will be standing on top of there, and vice versa, all the way up to the top. So it gets really stacked up when these bottom ones get clogged up on the sides, so that's why they're on a timer. And this is a vanilla timer. This is my Mickey Mouse clock, I call it. It's not actually mine. The original idea is not mine. And in Feed the Beast it seems to jam up even on a 4-tick repeater. It doesn't really do that in my vanilla world, but it does a lot on Feed the Beast, so I got a reset switch here. One on each side, and I can just jetpack up here and flip the reset switches when they jam up. But you see we got level here, and we got it's 2 wide down there, it's 4 wide over here, 6 wide, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, all the way up to the top. So this is what it looks like here. We did the red rock for the base and the drop zone, but I kind of have to leave this with normal, like a gray brick to match the pistons here. And this goes all the way up to, we are at, let's see, where are we at? We're at Y84. I recommend if you build one of these not to go above Y128. But this is actually spawning. I just added this level here, and without this level it was still spawning pretty crazy. So yeah, and there was an island over there, and I think I showed a clip of it. We got rid of that island, and you can see on the mini map there's no real islands in the immediate area. There are some close by, and we may work on that, but we may not have to. So there's the Enderbowl, and you can see how small this dang thing is compared to some Enderman farms. This thing is pretty small, and I like it. And we got our little area down here. We got some Zycorium blocks to grow some food to eat so we don't starve. And we got a enchanting table and an anvil, and we got our linking book back home. We got some furnaces for stuff. I used to grow potatoes in my vanilla world, but potatoes don't grow on the Zycorium, so we're doing wheat here. So I don't really need the furnaces, but it gives you kind of something to do when you're out here. And then I got one of these project tables over here, a couple of them. So this one's just generic right now, it's just storage, and this one over here is for the wheat, so I just made a wheat plan to make bread. And that's the Enderman farm. The other thing we did is the turtles. If you saw my earlier Feed the Beast episodes, you'll see these guys hop their inventory back and forth. I kind of redesigned this, but these are my attack turtles for farming. And I'll actually link, I have a Pastebin script for these guys that I put up on Pastebin, so if anybody wants to use these, you just set up a melee turtle, set them up with a little timer. Right now it's on a 2-second delay, and they attack every 2 seconds. And then the way they're set up is they spit anything they pick up out on the ground here, and then that way the transposer picks everything up. Turtles actually can't spit stuff straight into a tube, so you would have to put a chest somewhere, and they'd spit stuff in the chest and then draw out of the chest. So it's easier just to have them spit stuff on the ground and have the transposer pick it up. That way I can also kill some by hand, and I get the shards of minium, and those also go into the transposer. And this ender chest holds ender pearls, but it'll also take shards of minium, and we can look at that back at the base. So we got an anvil over here. We got enough books for level 30 enchant. You can see I did a bunch of books already, and I got some more books, and I think we'll take some of the building supplies back home with us. Actually, we don't have to take the building supplies back home with us, but let's get them out of here. So if I have room for all this stuff, I have a couple pistons left over. The other thing that I made is some of these ender pouches. So I have one link to my sorting system back at the base, and I can actually just throw stuff in here and it will go into the sorting system, and you can see the base is chunk loaded, so there's some stuff coming in from just stuff happening at the base. But we're going to go ahead and dump all this stuff and send it back to the base for storage. And you'll see these things just they'll disappear. Yep. And we did a lot of stuff at the base. It's been a while since I recorded any video. I've been tweaking with different things and did a lot of changes. But one of the other changes we have the sorting pouch, and then I also have a charging pouch. So let's grab my jetpack and open this up, and I can put the jetpack in and pull this one out, and you can see it's charging. And then I can just pull my other jetpack out. There's a couple advantages to this. One is I can keep spare things in here that I don't normally carry around. Like I keep forgetting to carry my scoop, so I leave it in here. And I can also only have to have one jetpack on me, so if I die somewhere, I still have another jetpack in here. Kind of handy. There's lots of cool stuff. I've been doing some Thaumcraft stuff. We'll go over that in a little bit. But there's the Enderbowl. Love this thing, and everything looks like it's going. We're going to switch out of peaceful mode back to our normal hard mode and watch this thing light up like a Christmas tree. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, it's going to start off slow. Yeah, you're going to be bad for the camera, aren't you? You horrible farm, you. Look at this thing, it's crazy. And I don't have to attack them. These turtles do their thing. And I can just collect the experience, and we're almost up to brains in a jar in Thaumcraft, so we'll be able to put some brains in a jar out here and collect all the XP in the jars, and we'll have all sorts of cool stuff going on. And I can either just drop this stuff on the ground, or I can manually put it in stuff. Oh, don't look up. If you look up, you piss off Enderman. And then when I get hungry, if I don't want to chew up all my food reserves, got some bread going on over here. It's pretty dang cool. I like it. So that's the Enderman farm. You can see it's pretty crazy. I don't really need other levels, so I think what we'll do is we'll just leave it here for a while. I got it capped off with half slabs on the roof. I can always tear them down and add another level if I need to. But we got level 30. Let's throw another book up here. See what kind of cool stuff we get. Another protection book. Sweet. Let's head back to the base. That place is such a madhouse. So I revised the base a lot. So we have our linking books down here instead of up there. And I've been using the turtles to clear out some more area. I've been playing with the scaffolding. I really like the scaffolding. It's pretty cool. Cleared a bunch of this stuff out. My little room is still up here, but we're going to get rid of that soon. So I still got my little bedroom down here. In fact, we can sleep because it's nighttime. I've been having fun playing, and I haven't really had time or been doing any recording stuff. So we cleared... Oh, my rubber tree grew! Oh my! Okay, so this is a RedPower 2 rubber tree. These are the ones that you find in jungles, and you can't bone meal them, and I don't know if you can use the hoe of growth, which I don't have yet. But they only grow in jungles naturally. You can grow them in a normal world, but if you grow them on the edge of a chunk that's not loaded, apparently the leaves don't grow all the way out. They grew a lot on this side, just not on one side. I don't know, very weird tree. We may not do anything automatic with these because they're a pain in the butt, but we may do some stuff with the other trees. I still haven't done automated cocoa beans. Here's where the enchanting table was. I still haven't automated vines. I've been covering all this cobble with dirt to make it look natural, and I stole Etho's glowing tree idea with jack-o'-lanterns. I found a great wood tree out in the wild and cut it all down. Got some great wood leaves, great wood logs, and a sapling or two, so I grew a great wood tree here, and grew a little oak. There's a little birch over there, and I regrew one of the these are the acacia trees, and when I put the jack-o'-lantern in the top, the leaves kind of deteriorated. It's not really what I wanted. I didn't cut down an actual piece of wood, I just cut down a leaf. These are roads from, I believe this is from Mine Factory Reloaded also. You can see it when I walk on it, it's like ice. I don't have anywhere to build a road, so I didn't know where to put it to. The bees haven't done much with. I've got flax, which makes a lot of silk, so I got rid of the sheep. And we have a bunch of cows over here. And then we've been playing with more of the Mine Factory Reloaded. So we got Mine Factory Reloaded farms over here. And apparently, with Zirconium soil, you can grow cactus and sugarcane right next to each other. So this works on the Zirconium soil pop. There you go. With Mine Factory Reloaded, this is the harvester. The planter just has issues with Zirconium soil, but since cactus and sugarcane don't need to be replanted, this works fine. And then there's a planter below here, and this is flax, and then we got carrots, potatoes, and wheat on this side. More of the harvester planter setups, and then over here we got tree stuff that we're doing, so harvester, planter down below. Right now I'm doing rubber saplings to get a lot of rubber. And these are the, let's see, the rubber trees these are Mine Factory Reloaded rubber trees. So the same mod that gives me this harvester gives me this type of rubber tree. These are the ones that when you cut down the wood, you get a little rubber droplet. It's pretty cool when these get chopped down. We'll have to look at that. Can we? This is main processing, so I can just throw stuff in here. Let's grab a bone meal. I love watching the way this Mine Factory Reloaded thing chops down trees. It's just flippin' cool. Oh, fail. Trees can't grow on that block. Okay, I'll have to make a note of that. And move that. Let's try another one. Let's try that one. I know it'll grow there. Watch this guy go. Zoink. Oh, and he's going to fail on me. He's going to miss the bottom row. Damn you. Normally this row gets chopped down. Usually when this happens, if I log out and log back in, they do get chopped down. So aside from that little glitch, Mine Factory Reloaded farms seem pretty cool, except for the fact that only the planter has problems with zirconium soil. So we may actually do some stuff with golems, and most of my golem research is almost done. But maybe we'll do a golem farm, and we'll have the Mine Factory Reloaded stuff doing trees and sugarcane and cactus. And we have Thaumcraft stuff. We did a whole bunch of Thaumcraft research. I got the Arcane Alembics already. Finally, I guess. And then I've been making some stuff on the table over here, the arcane work table, yeah. And then got a bunch of research stuff that I did, got some spare stuff for doing research. And we got this sorting system over here, which is for the most part the same. So this is my little area here, and we have some mods going on. So this here is a universal charger from the Power Converters mod, and if I walk up to it, my stuff, it charges up. So you can see I'm all fully charged, and this is the ender chest that matches this charging ender pouch, and there's all my stuff in there. And because if you stand on this universal charger, it charges stuff in your inventory, and if you have a chest next to it, it will charge stuff in the chest. So when I'm out and about, I just throw stuff in this charging bag and it gets charged up, and I can pull things out when I need it. That way I can keep my electric wrench in here, for example, and then I just have some miscellaneous stuff that's not charge related. The books I was going to leave at the Enderman farm, and I forgot to. So there's the sorting system, and I kind of walled it off, and I moved the enchanting table that was upstairs outside here, down here. And then I got my crafting tables over here on the side, my project tables. That way I can just come over here and grab some stuff and fill them back up. These are railcraft tanks. So I have a big, huge railcraft tank. This is the biggest one I could build, and it is filling up with biofuel. And then I have another little tank for seed oil over here. And biofuel and seed oil get produced by these little guys. So I have a squeezer that takes some seeds and turns them into seed oil. And then we went with Mine Factory Reloaded. So I have a bioreactor from Mine Factory Reloaded, and it does not need a catalyst to make biofuel. You just throw saplings in here, or you throw seeds in here, you throw anything in here pretty much. And you can see I got 3 sides of this diamond pipe to pump stuff in here. So if we look, we got a whole bunch of different sapling types. Potatoes and carrots go in here, and also seeds go in here. So the same seeds will either go in the squeezer or go in here and get turned into biofuel. And we got lots and lots of biofuel. And then what we're doing for power, I have another one of these over here just for extra stuff, is we're actually using these energy bridges again. So we got Buildcraft consumers going into energy bridge and coming out with industrial craft producers, and they're producing EU. So EU keeps 2 MFSUs fully powered, mostly just these hobbyist steam engines. And then we have some combustion engines over here, which I may take out because I really don't need that many, but I'm waiting for these guys to run out of fuel, and they haven't. Lots of aqueous accumulators. When you're playing with combustion engines, just throw down lots of aqueous accumulators. There's pretty much 1 for each engine, and then the ones on the end also feed water into the hobbyist steam engines. And there's 10 on this row. 10, another 10 down below. All the ones on the top are hobbyist steam. Some of these are combustion, and they'll get replaced. Probably what I'll do is 3 or 4 or 5 combustion engines down below. And you can see it set up with this blue pipe wire. If these guys are not full, they will put off a blue pipe signal. If they need energy, they turn the engines on automatically. I don't have to touch this thing. And then the engines are set up. Basically, the engine down here on the end, if it's low on fuel, it turns on the red pipe signal, which pulls stuff out of the coal ender chest. So it's all set up pretty nice, all pretty automated. I just leave that, set it, and forget it. I like it that way. We may tweak it a little bit. I was thinking about doing a Railcraft steam boiler, and there's actually these energy converters mod actually has a steam consumer, but the steam takes a lot of time and a lot of fuel to warm up, and I wasn't sure if I had the fuel, so we're going to go with this route for now. We're just going to do a bunch of steam engines. These hobbyist steam engines, I love them because they're so fuel efficient that even though it wastes, like every time I get used to and there's still a million in here, it fires up and way overcharges them, but it's still way less fuel consumption. I love these little hobbyist steam engines. These things are great. Definitely if you have Ultimate Pack and you can do or any other mod that has the power converters, these hobbyist steam engines are the way to go. Producing the ratio of MJs to EU is crazy, so producing Buildcraft MJs and feeding them into a power converter is way efficient. This thing's just insane. This energy bridge has, you can see the tooltip up above the mini-map up there. These are medium voltage producers, but they will produce high voltage for the MFSU, and then the medium voltage consumers will convert it back just fine. So I think you can pretty much overload these energy converters. I don't know if they'll fix that at some point, but it's high voltage running down the line, and there's medium voltage consumers converting it. So converts it to MJs here with the medium voltage consumer, MB consumer, and I kind of like it that way. It makes it easier because the MV transformers are really easy to make compared to the other stuff. So this is a dedicated MFE for this system, and then we got medium voltage and low voltage stuff. And then we got all of our Buildcraft power things that run off the line back here. We upgraded the project or the assembly table with a few extra lasers, one or two extras. You can see these over here. Moved the blast furnaces around, and I moved my little alloy furnace over here, and these are all hooked up to the ender chest with charcoal. So if I throw iron in the blast furnaces, it will refuel the blast furnaces when they need to. There's a thing over here. If you're low on fuel, send a signal. If you get a signal, start pumping stuff in. And then these are powered off of the MJs, which is Buildcraft. And you can see this is fully charged, and it goes down in the ground. And we're using another one from this energy converters mod. And we can take a look at that. So here's the other energy converter part. So there's a consumer. The way these work is you have a consumer and a producer. And there's the slime farm. So you have this energy bridge, and then you put a consumer on one end. There you go. There's some cable running out to the base, and it goes up into the consumer, which goes into the energy bridge and puts out Buildcraft energy. So we only have to actually store one type of energy, and then we can use it with these power converters to change it to whatever type of energy we need. So we got the same thing going on down here, another bridge, and we got MJs going out here, and we got EU coming out here, and these are all just my various test machines to have in my lab area next to my project tables. And we got the packet thing that we used once, and these are the polarizer and the induction smelter. These are from thermal expansion, actually, even though they use Buildcraft power. Just go output to a chest, and I've been storing my ender chests for the turtles over here. And we got these charging stations, and these keep the turtles charged. So these turtles are all fully fueled up now. And I thought this had to take EU, but apparently it will take MJs from Buildcraft also. So they're just hooked up to the Buildcraft power line, and they get it. And you remember the thermionic fab and the rolling machine suck power, so this pipe is wrenched off so that it's not feeding power into them. As I added an extractor for the rubber trees, and I think that's pretty much it. This is all stuff we've been over, kind of expanded a little bit. And over here we have the Ender Pearl factory, the diamond factory. So Ender Pearls go out into here, get turned into iron. Iron goes here, gets turned into gold. Gold goes there. Gold gets turned into diamonds. Diamonds go here. If I ever start filling it up, extra diamonds will pump into the chest, which we put an extra dimensional upgrade on, just in case. And then in the ender chest, the shards of minium get popped up here into an auto crafting table where they get turned into minium stones if there's inert stones in this chest, which automatically come out of the chest as soon as I make them. So as soon as I put one in here, you can see it'll get piped out using this emerald transport pipe, which only pulls out the inert stones, and they go into the chest. And because there was enough minium shards of minium, it automatically gets exchanged. Goes in here. And then the stones are automatically used by these 3 auto crafting tables to do the conversions. And then there's some more stones over here. And I also added some electrical engines. So you saw the glass fiber cable running underground. One goes into this electrical engine. There's an electrical engine over here at the sorting system to pump stuff out of the main ender chest way back here. And there's also some couple of electrical engines over here in the back for the 2 different lines, the power line and the compressor line. They got a chest too. And then we have some slave turtles going here. These guys are pretty cool. So the only real reason the Zirconium blocks are here is so I don't have to put water source blocks, but we got some melons and some pumpkins that grow over here. These little bad boys, I actually made them up. They are crafty turtles, but turtles won't pump stuff directly into a pipe, so I had to have something above them anyway, so I just put the auto crafting table up above them. So this guy has pumpkins all around him, and he puts them up here. They turn into pumpkin seeds, and they go back to my main storage system. This guy does the same with melons, and then this guy doesn't do any crafting. He just sticks stuff in a barrel, so we got pumpkin and melon seeds, and we also got pumpkins and melons being collected over here. And then I moved the soul forge down here. I don't know if I showed that. I made a soul forge, and I made some soul shards. There isn't a cool way to do cows that I liked, so I think we'll do a cow soul shard. And then I got some enchants for the vile sword, so you can make the vile sword 2, and enchant it with soul stealer, and Soul Stealer 4 means I get 5 kills for every actual kill. So this 1,010 Soul Shard cow kills came from killing actually individual cows. There is an undocumented feature with the Soul Shards. If you take 2 like Tier 1 Soul Shards, you can combine them in an anvil and make a Tier 2, but we're not going to do that. That seems a little too cheaty. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be all that cheaty. I accidentally made more soul shards than I needed, so I started some zombie pigmen one, and when the zombie pigmen come through the portal, I grab the sword that's in here and start filling it up, and I kind of started a creeper one, but meh. One of the villages that I found in the world, I got a proven frame, and then we got the ender portal here that cross-links with the ender portal way over there. We're probably going to tear that down. In fact, that's what these platforms here are. So down here where I stopped with the turtles was along this wall, and we will do this in a second. But these little blocks here are where I'm going to put the turtles, and they will continue from that wall down, and then I have that one up on the tower because I'm going to have the turtle over here cut down the portal, and we got the linking books downstairs, and we can make a proper portal. And we'll get these guys tearing everything down, and they will just pop stuff into the processing ender chest. Oop. So we'll light these guys up, and let's grab this charging pouch, and then we'll finish off this cow shard. So if I hotbar that, should be able to use this, and we'll kill some of these cows off. Die, cows. Die, cows. You make too much annoying noise. And there's no easy way to farm you guys. Alright. Lots of cows. I actually went out exploring in the world for... Oh, I forgot about that. Fail. Let's take care of this. So we got tier 5 cow shard now. Woohoo! We will have to set that up. And you saw I had a cage. So we grabbed some of the iron bars from the stronghold where we got to the end. So we got our tier 5 cow shard now, and these guys finished up. I think I'll just take them all the way over to the chunk border here, and then we'll put the cow thing way over in the corner. And we got a bunch of automation. We'll do a bunch more, and I really hate this tree. I just wanted to see if it would grow. I think I'm just going to cut it down. And we don't have any more animals for the pens. Maybe we'll grab pigs or something. We won't need anything. The cows will do everything. We'll turn the cows into a book farm, a book factory. We're getting automation along though, and we still got plenty of power to spare, and we might have to start digging into some Greg tech and stuff. And I've already been looking at some advanced jetpack stuff, started making some of those, so we'll do that, and we'll get some more cool stuff going on, because I think it's pretty cool right now. Wow, that thing just moves. Alright, talk to you later, guys.